How's it going, everyone? Got quite a bit to talk about in this video and a big theme of a ton of free stuff in terms of a huge free open beta that will be kicking off next month. Kind of surprised that it is an open beta and they're not locking it completely behind pre-orders, but Diablo 4 will be getting an open beta. Want to give you guys the details on that. Gran Turismo 7 version 1.29 is launching on February 21st. This is a major update with PSVR 2 support, but on top of that, there's going to be a lot of other refinements made to the game, so we'll talk about that. And Power Wash Simulator getting a lot more buzz than I would have ever expected, but it is getting some absolutely hilarious DLC, so we'll talk that in a little bit at the end of this video. But first of all, Diablo 4 open beta test is set for March 24th until the 26th. That is completely open. However, if you would like early access for the beta, you will be able to try it out from March 17th to the 19th if you do pre-order the game. So that's the gimmick they're going with as far as, you know, getting you to pre-order the game 17th to the 19th, 24th to the 26th. As far as open for everyone. By the way, the early access portion of that beta, if you're a part of that, that will carry over your progress into the other open beta portion of it. So the progress you make from the 17th to the 19th carries over from the 24th to the 26th. You might be wondering, you know, if all that time is given to you, how much content is going to be available in this open beta? Well, it's actually a sizable amount of content with a lot to do. It's noted on the website during both the open beta and early access weekends, players will be able to intimately explore the early game of Diablo 4. This includes a first taste of the campaign via the prologue and the entirety of Act 1. The first zone, Fractured Peaks, is yours to navigate as you please stampede through the rugged landscape and cut down demons. For the open beta and early access weekends, your character can only level up to 25, but you're welcome to continue ripping through demons until the open beta ends. Make your mark on a sanctuary by clearing hellish hordes from dungeons, completing intriguing quests provided by the locals, and amassing powerful loot from fallen foes. Simply put, this is your opportunity to combat the might of the burning hells prior to the June 6th release. I've mentioned to a couple of my friends that this game is dropping on June 6th, and they are for some reason shocked by it. I think a lot of them expected this to come out a little bit later. They did also know, with that said, the experience is not finalized, and you may encounter performance issues, outages, and come across things that simply don't work. After the open beta concludes, we'll evaluate all feedback we've received and make changes as needed. We look forward to hear you're experiencing this small taste of what Diablo 4 has to offer. If you haven't pre-purchased the copy, you can pre-purchase the game on their website. They have all the links detailed on PlayStation, and the game, by the way, is a $70 game for the standard edition on PlayStation 4 and 5, and this is one of those games that's just adopting a $70 price tag across the board. So this is the new trend with gaming. Like, I feel like this isn't getting enough play that it probably should, because I know a lot of you guys are still on a PS4. Yeah, you're spending $70 on games now as well. I feel kind of bad about that, and kind of feel like, you know, Atomic Heart being $70, Dead Island 2 being $70, like, oh my goodness, and Diablo 4 being $70 as well. Obviously, again, if you do pre-order the game, you'll get the game on June 6th, early access to the open beta, Light Bearer mount in Diablo 4, and cross-game items. Deluxe Edition is available, that's $90, and that'll give you Diablo 4 for PS4 and PS5, early access to the open beta, Lightbearer mount in Diablo 4, cross-game items, early access to Diablo 4, so they're doing the double whammy with the gimmicks. They're doing the early access for digital deluxe edition buyers, and they're doing the $70 cross-gen gimmick. Oh my goodness, dang, that's kind of dirty, but you know, that's just gaming these days. You know, I kind of expected. You got, you know, Like a Dragon and Sheen doing the same kind of gimmick. Hogwarts Legacy did the same kind of gimmick. It is what it is. Whatever they can do to get some more money out of you. And for goodness sake, with Hogwarts Legacy, it absolutely works. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not even gonna complain about it. I'm just be like, yo, these devs and publishers are just gonna hustle and hustle. It's more so a publisher call, but they're gonna hustle and figure out how to get every dollar that they can. But nevertheless, the open beta at the very least will be kicking off March 24th to the 26th, early access 17th to the 19th. Moving on from that, GT7 getting a PSVR 2 update. Well, PSVR 2 is the main priority of the update, but version 1.29 is launching February 21st, and on top of the PSVR 2 support, it is adding new cars. It is adding limited time Gran Turismo Sophie event as well. 5 new cars will be added. The Grand Valley Highway 1 racetrack will be added. The Grand Valley returns to Gran Turismo with an all-new look. The full Highway 1 configuration is a challenging course featuring full throttle high-speed sections along with tight winding corners. The shorter 2,000-meter south layout features harsh elevation changes and blind corners to keep drivers on their toes. Drift stage and move the camera up and down. now part of the featured curation and scapes, and then full PlayStation VR 2 support will be included as well. GT in VR is actually going to be something I think a lot of people are going to dig. You know, as far as VR2, at this point, you kind of have made your decision on whether or not you're getting it or not, and I think a lot of people are just of the mindset that they've been kind of priced out of it. I mean, look, I'm not buying it right away. Just because I know how I am with hardware like this, I'll buy it, I'll tinker around with it for a day or two, and I'll be like, oh my god, this is so awesome, and then I'll realize, oh, I got Atomic Heart to play, oh, I got X, Y, and Z game to play, oh, VR2's just gonna go to the wayside as I'm playing all these games coming out. Resident Evil 4 remake's right around the corner. Before you know, Jedi Survivor's gonna be out, and how much time am I really gonna invest into a $500 piece of hardware? Probably not that much. If you're gonna get it, more power to you, and I will ultimately get it at some point. Once they create like a bundle, maybe the price goes down, you know how it is with that. But you know, I picked up VR1 launch day, so I loved VR1, but I knew the song and dance with that as far as my usage of the VR headset. VR2, more accessible, obviously leaps and bounds better than VR1, but I can wait a little while before checking this one out. Lastly, I do want to note, Power Wash Simulator is getting some free DLC in the Midgar Special Pack. That'll be launching on March the 2nd. Midgar is facing an avalanche of dirt. The overview from Square Enix Collective is absolutely hilarious. Future Lab are collaborating with Final Fantasy VII team to bring the gritty city of Midgar to Power Wash Simulator. You could say that Midgar is facing an avalanche of dirt. This new pack contains 5 levels set above the below the plate. Armed with your collection of high-pressure power washers, you'll set to work clearing up the mess made by Midgar's usual suspected, Don Corneo's lackeys, Professor Hojo, specimens, and dangerous tech. You'll accept jobs from both loyal members of Avalanche and Shinra Big Shots. As you clean, you'll discover their stories through text messages. Of course, the city of Midgar is a far cry from the not really mean streets of Muckingham, and you'll have to contend with new dirt types such as bio-residue as you spray your way through some truly iconic locations. I was surprised at how much buzz you know, Power Wash Simulator got when it made its transition to PlayStation 5 and PS4, and this pack is gonna be released free for everyone that owns the game. So if you do vibe with Power Wash Simulator, more power to you, and you know, it is priced at $24.99, has a really solid reception, so, you know, if you're into these sim types games, this seems like one that people do vibe with, and this is just hilarious DLC. Like, good on them for figuring out a way to, you know, entice some more people in checking out the game, because I think stuff like this is fantastic. I'm always a sucker for good crossovers, and this is a hilarious one that I can vibe with. But that'll do it for me. Again, Diablo 4's free open beta will be kicking off in March. That's March 24th until the 26th. If you want early access, 17th to the 19th. GT7's free 1.29 update will be launching tomorrow, and Power Wash Simulator getting some absolutely hilarious DLC. By the way, that's dropping on March the 2nd. Check out the game if you want. $24.99 for that. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.